I'm bringing you a reading today, a pick a card reading. This is going to be from your Divine Masculine, and this is messages from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. What does he want to say to you? So this is what he's never been able to tell you. So it's the title of this is really Divine Masculine Messages to the Divine Feminine, What I Never Got to Tell You. So this is going to be very interesting. I've been doing a bit of a meditation. I've cleared my space for this. Just getting some, I mean, it's just really amazing. It's intense. The energy's in here already. Because I've been sitting with this for a little bit now, for a few days actually. And I know a few people have requested this as well, that I do these messages. And I have in the past done channeled messages. And I will be doing a particular, like a specific, I should say, reading for the Divine Masculines and Divine Feminines, for what each one are doing, you know, on this journey, where they're at. I do tend to connect with particular groups within the collective. So not everybody's on the same journey. Different twin flames are on different paths, different levels, I suppose you could call it. Different pathways, different levels, whatever it is on their journey. And so there's particular ones at different times I'll tune into. I never really know which ones I'm tuning into beforehand. I just go with the flow. I'm just the medium, really, that's just allowing the messages to come through. I don't try and focus on it too much or put my own thing on it, you know, my own beliefs or expectations. So we've got 3 readings in front of you, or 3 decks of cards. We are doing 3 readings today. I'll be using the Good Tarot for reading number 1, the Light Seers Tarot for reading number 2, and the Crystal Vision Tarot for reading number 3. Amazing, really beautiful energy coming through. I can feel it already, guys. And this could be light messages. This might be the shadow self coming through. We don't know yet. Usually it's 5D messages that I do read through as well. Obviously we're channeling the Divine Masculine, but it's also channeling what's going on in the 3D. We are humans. We do live in the 3D realm. So what did he never get to tell you, you know, in the 3D realm? What 5D messages might he come through with as well? Just wanted to say quickly too, guys, that if you're not aware, I have a community tab on my channel. And every day I'm daily putting up daily posts from, you know, Monday to Friday, actually on the weekends, 7 days a week I'm posting on there. And it's Monday's Magic Message, Tuesday Tarot. I don't do that on there anymore. I do have a video that I do for my Tuesday Tarots now on my Facebook page. And so that just looks at what's coming up for the week. It's really interesting. And then we have the Wednesday Wisdom, Thursday Tunes, and yeah, basically Friday Fun. Just different things for each day, really, if you're into that. Have a look, you know, and I really appreciate those who are supporting my channel and commenting and all that kind of thing. If you're interested in anything that I do or the readings that I do, or if you've got any suggestions for any readings, feel free to comment below and suggest them. Also, I've got decks that I have created if you want to check them out as well. I will do another deck reveal very soon. I've got 8 decks that I've created all up, so I'll do that separately. Okay, let's have a look. Amazing energies, guys. Just feeling the love in these cards and in this space right now. Just take a moment to focus on the cards as to which ones you, or which one you are drawn to. Hope I can talk properly today. But yeah, take a moment to focus on the cards as to which ones you are drawn to, okay? Okay guys, welcome to reading number 1. Let's have a look. You've chosen the Good Tarot today. This was my absolute favorite deck when I first got these. They still are. But I have to say, the Light Seers is probably my most favourite deck of all time right now. But these are gorgeous cards, these ones. They've got a very beautiful healing energy to them. So you might be, with your Divine Masculine right now, undergoing some kind of a spiritual healing between the two of you. There might be something going on there with the healing, spiritual healing going on here. Let's have a look at what's going on. What does your Divine Masculine want to say to you? I am doing reversals today, just so you know. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Fire reversed. Okay, I'm just going to pull that out. Okay, just let me take a few moments to tune in. I'm not going too fast today because I am channeling. So you just have to bear with me, guys. Okay. If you notice, I probably, in my readings, I notice that I touch the cards a lot. And that's because I'm tuning in. It's kind of a weird way of doing it, but it's like I get my messages through touch, through feeling the energy or something. First of all, this Divine Masculine wants to let you know that he has passion in his heart for you. This is a very passionate card. This is the new beginning. There's fire forming within this Divine Masculine's heart and soul for you, and it's always been there. I feel like he's saying that... Where have we got? Yeah. Oh, wow, okay. He had to focus on other things. Even though he had to, he's letting you know that this fire has always been there for him. So what he's never got to tell you is that he apologizes that he made a choice that led him down another path. Perhaps he was too concentrated on himself or his work or career, because we do have the King of Pentacles here, someone who's the king of responsibility, the king of abundance. And being reversed, it shows me that he wasn't or didn't feel that he was strong enough for you or grounded enough for you, or was able to be this king that was protective and secure for you. So he was off doing other things. It seems like he was working very hard on himself, on his life. Feels like a bit of a failure because the Tower moment, something suddenly happened in your connection where your world turned upside down. There's the Five of Earth, feeling rejected, feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold, feeling this huge loss. And he wants to let you know he's felt this loss with you. The Page of Fire reversed means that somehow this spark, there wasn't enough chemistry or inspiration or spark in this connection when this was all happening. When his focus was on something else, he kind of like put the fire out, put the candle out, you know. And it's like this beautiful energy between the two of you was there, and it was burning brightly, and it was building into something beautiful. And just as it was about to be, you know, at that point of being secure and beautiful and working together, it's kind of like he just bailed, or something happened where this fire fizzled out. That's what it looks like here, because something drastic happened here. It was like a sudden unexpected thing that happened here. I want to see what he has to say about this. This is what's he got to say about this, guys? What's he got to say? Now, I just wanted to say before I do this, the other card at the bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man. He had to go away and find himself, guys. This is what's happened here, because love, reversed, shows that he didn't know how to love. This Divine Masculine wasn't able to give you love. He was too focused on the material world, perhaps, too focused on living his dreams or building his career or building himself up. And it was very maybe non-emotional in some way as well. Maybe some of you felt that it was just taking too long. It was procrastinating, wasn't making any moves. But he's gone away to find himself, to find that, to awaken, to find the answers. Because he's lost. He's been lost in himself. The Love reversed, he didn't have the courage. You know that we got the Lion in this. He didn't have the courage to come to you. And it feels too that, oh yeah, like you looked at him, like you see this rock here, this solid rock is keeping the tower up, right? It's the foundation here. It's part of this whole tower. It's the strength keeping the tower. And what's happened is he wasn't able to be that strong rock for you. He bailed out. I keep hearing he bailed out. I'm not sure if this one promised a lot of things to you, but that wasn't able to deliver it. But I feel his intentions were right. They were there. You know, he did want to build this with you. But then it crumbled. And he's going off and finding himself, and he has to, and he had to find himself. Because the page is an immature energy. The king's upside down. He wants to be the king. But he didn't get there. He didn't get to that point because this happened. And it could have been that, you know, something, for some of you, you might feel that he chose another person or another path that was kind of better than you, that he kind of went for something that was, like, it's like his attention was put somewhere else. And he didn't know how to love. He doesn't know how to love. Didn't know how to bring that into the connection. He's very practical. He's very good when it comes to finances and building things, you know. It's like maybe even a hands-on person, very practical. But when it comes to the emotion, and yes, he's got fire in his belly for you and there's passion, but when it comes to the commitment and really stepping up, he freaked out, it looks like, and just didn't know what to do. And you're left here feeling like your world was turned upside down and that he's kind of just abandoned you. I feel like some of you didn't see this coming. Yeah. Oh gosh, what have I done? So let's have a look. I want to see, just give me a moment. I want to see what he wants to say to you, okay, about this, because I get such heaviness here in his heart space. I just feel it's so sad. I just really do. I just, oh my God, it's so heavy on my heart. And I'm tuning into your energy, guys, as well. You know, this is what I'm feeling is your pain. I really want to cry. I feel like it's sitting on my chest still. The 1 and the 6, you know, it equals a 7. And what we're talking about here is that he had lessons to learn. He had to go off. This had to happen for both of you, but for him especially, to go off and learn about himself. He had to look at the way he was going because it's just too strict and stubborn, and a certain path that he was on. He was being too rigid in certain ways, too strict on himself. It had to be a certain way. He's not a Capricorn, is he? You know, or a Taurus even. A Taurus, I'm a Taurus. I know how that can be sometimes, where you can be really stubborn and you're just not moving, or you're procrastinating too much. This person's probably got very Taurus energy. Yeah, very much an earth sign could be here for you guys. Could be a Sagittarius or even a Gemini. It doesn't have to be those things. I just always say that there's significant ones that come up here, but it did feel like it was just a very sudden, unexpected change of events, guys. I don't even think this divine masculine saw this coming. It was just something that happened between you. And I feel in some ways it's almost like it was out of his control, how he reacted, or how something happened around him as well, and he just pulled back. It's almost like he crumbled. He couldn't handle this. He couldn't take it on. Well, yeah, I want to get some clarifiers on that in a minute. But what does he want to say? What does his... Oh, God, what am I doing? I didn't shuffle on that. I want to put the energy in there, guys. But these are my own divine oracle. And what am I saying? Divine yin-yang. This is my own divine yin-yang oracle for lovers. It's got the messages of shadow and light. So we're going to have a look at his shadow side first of all, okay? What does he want to say to you regarding all of this? Because it's so sad. I just feel so sad. I'm seriously picking up on his energy. I know you guys are sad. You probably wouldn't be watching this if it didn't affect you. But I'm feeling his energy. I'm picking up on it. This is what I'm tuning into. What does he want to say to you that he never got to say, and what's deep within him, what's happening around this? All right, so we've got the first card we had here. I'm hiding behind a mask. This divine masculine was hiding behind a mask. He still probably is. I've withdrawn. Sorry if that's... I've withdrawn because I feel numb inside. And stop confusing me. All right, give me a moment to think about this, guys. Okay, so what I've got here is that it seems to me that this divine masculine saw things that they were going to be a certain way. He kind of had this idea in his mind moving towards this, that it was going to be a certain way. Maybe you flipped out on him as well. Maybe that's what's happened, is his world's come crashing down as well, because you might have thought, I don't need to deal with this. I don't need to put up with this and wait for so long for him. And now you've withdrawn and retreated from this. And it could have left him this way, where he thought something was going to be a certain way. And that's probably why he also feels really guilty and bad, because he just didn't have any idea about how to love or how to give you what you need. He wasn't there yet with his emotional maturity. And he's at the beginning stages here of building this chemistry and all that kind of thing. So it feels to me that something within him went a bit cold. I feel like this divine masculine went cold. It feels like it was all beautiful and there was chemistry and love and attention and talk of maybe traveling together or meeting up together, and it just went cold. And I think it's because he is hiding behind a mask. But there's also this stop confusing me. So whether that means that there was on and off communication, like you were kind of drawing him in, and then telling him you don't want him, it's like he just feels confused. And I think he might be confusing himself. This is his shadow self talking. And sometimes when they say this stuff, it's kind of like projecting onto the other person from the shadow self. I just want to get more of an idea on that one, actually. What is he talking about there? About the confusing, stop confusing me. What's this about? Oh, wow, guys. Queen of Earth, King of Earth, Empress is the earthy goddess. Are you kidding me? Now, this is amazing, because this is the Taurus Libran energy, and this is the Taurus Virgo Capricorn energy. So we're looking at so many earth signs here. And basically what's going on is that he's confused because he sees you, or this is what you're putting out there, is that you're getting on with your life. You've become really strong and powerful and empowered in yourself, and you're beautiful and attractive and getting on with things, right? But at the same time, he's feeling that you still want this and you're still wanting him, even though part of you is saying, no, I don't want you. So it's kind of like, I don't need you. You mean, you might say to him, even through like energetically, he's picking up on it, that you want him. You're not over this, you want him. But at the same time, your 3D self, your image, your ego, everything, your heart, everything that you've built yourself up into is saying, I don't need you. I don't need you in my life. I'm getting on with my life. I'm strong and abundant, and I'm fertile. You know, it's kind of like you're just growing in your life. You're abundant. You don't need him. You love yourself, right? You've grown strong. And yet he's feeling this sadness within you and this energy that's kind of pulling him in, and that's why he's confused. And some of you might even sent those kind of messages to him literally. You might have sent text messages and different, you know, ways of reacting to him and responding over time that has said to him, I'm moving on, you know, get out of my life kind of thing. You know, it's like shape up or ship out. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So it's kind of like he's confused. He's very confused about that. He's gone numb inside. Where is it? He said, what does he say? I've withdrawn because I feel numb inside. So something's happened where he's become very cold inside, cold towards you. This divine masculine's worried that you've moved on without him. And some of you might have. But he's hiding behind a mask. He's not coming forward with his true feelings. Now, I have to say, when this happened, when this crashed down, bang, the mask came up, the wall came up even more. He's wearing layers of masks, this guy. He's wearing layers of masks. So yes, there might have been a mask there originally, but now there's like 3 or 4 masks. He doesn't want you to see what's really going on, but he's very, very sad, very sad. He's very sad that it had to happen the way it did, and I feel like he's saying it was the wrong time, and I wish that things were different, and I wish that I was at a better place within myself. He doesn't feel like he's on the same level with you. You're the queen upright. He's the king upside down. So you're very strong and abundant and determined to push forward in your life. You're very sure of where you want to go. He's not. He's not sure. He's not sure. Yeah, see, 9 of Water. His emotional desires and fulfillment and everything's not being achieved right now. He's feeling lost. He's feeling sad. 10 of Water reverse, the emotional fulfillment once again. Dreams and wishes aren't coming true. His 10 of Cups is not there. He doesn't have you. He doesn't have you. 7 of Fire. He was defensive. It feels like he did have a very strong defensive guard up. You know, and I want to see what else is going on. Yeah, the World. He's not necessarily over this. I don't feel like he's over this connection. There's the World saying completion. I just don't feel that he is completely over this, because he's kind of like, he's saying to you that he's sorry he didn't fight for it. I didn't fight for this. I didn't fight for you. I didn't tell you that you were, you know, my world. I'm sorry I didn't give you this. You know, we've got the 9 and the 10 together. This is the emotional dreams and bliss, fulfillment, the reunion, the happiness, the laughter, the enlightenment, everything with you. You know, for some of you, I feel like he promised this and didn't deliver it. We got the 8 of Earth. Right, the 8 of Pentacles shows hard work, working hard towards something. And might have in the very beginning seemed very, very committed. And then just something happened here. All turned, you know, all went to crap like here. And let's see what else he has to say. I feel like he's just dreams of you, actually. He dreams of you. He dreams of you. And of a night time, he's dreaming of you. So he's saying, open your heart. He wants you to open your heart to him. He's feeling you closed off. So open your heart. He wants you to open your heart, and he wants you to be patient. Now, some of you hate hearing this word, and I understand it, because, I mean, how patient do you need to be? But this is what he's saying, is that he's on a particular part of his journey where he's really had no clue, had no idea how to love you. He's wanted to, but he hasn't had any idea on how to become emotional. Yes, practical, he's perfectly fine practically. But when it comes to the emotions, bang, it's like his guard went right up. World comes crashing down. The world comes crashing down. And he might have even, I also see perhaps this divine masculine's had other failures, like he might not be really good with money, or something's happened around his career or his career path, family life, that kind of thing. There's just something around him that it's kind of like he might have had his awakening, you know, he might have had his complete dark night of the soul, where when everything could go wrong, it did. So he's saying, open your heart and be patient. And what else is he saying? I blame myself. Yeah, absolutely. This divine masculine is really internalizing. He's blaming himself for everything that went down between the two of you. He didn't get to say this to you. You know, I don't feel, for some of you, I don't feel that he actually gave an apology to you. And it could have been that you just went bang, slammed the door shut on him, you know, or backed off. But whatever it is, I just don't feel like for some of you that this divine masculine didn't offer an apology or didn't step forward with one, even though he felt so horrible and down about this. And for some reason it's coming up now that some of their family might have been in their ear about this connection too, and they just felt hopeless and didn't know what to do. Yeah, I get that strong actually about family. For some of them have been in their ear or have influenced, or not, I don't know about manipulated, but I do feel very strongly this feeling that they have been influenced. What else does the divine masculine want to say? Let's have a look. What about the light side, the love that he wants to share? Oh, there it is again, but it's upside down this time. We've got the 7 of fire. Oopsies, hang on. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, these two have come out again, guys. Now, you saw me shuffle these cards, my God. And the same position. This is so weird. Wow, okay, it goes right back to that thing where everything went to crap, you know, like sudden change, everything crumbled, and the world was turned upside down, feeling lost and left out in the cold, feeling that you can't recover from this. Yeah, the apology comes through because he wishes that he had have opened up to you and given you more than what he did. He really does, even though it looks like he didn't know how to. But that's the main thing here. What's going on? Okay, yeah. He's changing his perception at this time of isolation. His perception's changing. He's starting to really see and go through that transformation. He's really seeing for the first time, really reflecting now, because I think at this time, for some reason, everyone's on pause mode. Everyone's been able to really just go within and reflect and be able to think. And, you know, because of that too, more people are on social media, which means that there's, I feel like he's possibly been looking at your social media, and really been thinking about this so deeply, this connection. So in isolation, he's starting to change his perception of you. And he does see you as like this goddess and this queen who's abundant. Once again, we've got the gem of abundance here. And we've also got the bird of communication and the transformation of the butterfly. So he's definitely wanting to come forward and communicate. Spiritually, you are connecting. He is feeling this really strongly. And he knows there's a very strong spiritual connection here. He's starting to really understand that now. What does he see within you? How is he viewing you? Like, what does he want to say? What does he want to say about this? What does he wish he could have told you about you? You know, that he really appreciated or loved about you. Oh, God. Okay, so approachable. He wishes he was more approachable. I feel like there was times that you came to him where he was shut off. Sorry, the incense got to me. I had to have a huge cough. But he sees that... he wishes that he was approachable. He sees that you were perhaps more available to him than he was to you. And he wishes that he could approach you. That's what he wants right now, is to approach you. He wants you to be approachable. Divine, he sees your divinity. He sees this divine light within you. He sees that you're the divine feminine, the divine goddess. Absolutely sees you as this empress energy here. And he sees that you're very intuitive. So he is feeling, he's getting this information with you through this spiritual connection right here. He can see you're a very intuitive, gentle, receptive healer, psychic person who's very in tune with your emotions and with him. He can feel this. He can see this. Right. Let's have a look here. Wow, we've got 3 seasons here. Winter, recovery, spring, blossom, and summer. They kind of go in that order. Winter, spring, summer. This is a 9-month cycle, which is interesting. But something could have happened around winter. We're coming into winter in Australia very soon. We're in autumn at the moment. But come June, we'll be in winter, and could be your winter time as well. But there's recovery here. There's spring blossom. There's movement and action and optimism. This is the kind of sequence I feel like he is wanting to be in with you. He understands there's a time for recovery, a time for things to freeze over. That's what's kind of happened between the two of you. It's kind of just frozen and paused. It's been put on pause. And then he wants it to be able to come to life. He wants action to be taken. He wants to be able to reach out to you. And explain. I feel like he wants to come forward with an explanation. I feel like this is unfinished business between the two of you. And obviously summer with optimism. Feeling that he obviously wants things to get back to this, where it's light and happy and free and fun. And he's reminiscing at a time where you did meet, either one of these seasons. He's reminiscing about this. Yeah, social butterfly. You might have met each other out. Somewhere, or through some kind of social platform, social media, or social gathering. But this is something that he's reminiscing on, and he wants to be able to reach out to you. He really does. Yeah, let's see what else he's saying here. What else is he saying? What does he want to say? Yeah, look. Nostalgia. He's thinking of you. He's missing you. He's actually missing you. He wants to say to you that, I'm sorry I chose the other path, because we did see that in the beginning, that he was too busy looking at other things or dwelling or procrastinating. He's sorry that he did that. He's thinking of you right now. He's thinking of you right now. Someone you love is thinking of you right now. He's thinking of you right now as you're watching this. He's thinking of you. He knows he has to confront you, and this scares him a bit because he does blame himself, and he's got all that heavy energy in himself right now. But he wants to tell you that you're the goddess in his life. He loves you, and he misses the fact that he missed out with you. He feels like he's missed out. He's in the bad books. He's done the wrong thing. It's kind of like over. How can he possibly recover this? But he wants to. Now, what's he going to say on his light side? What's his light messages to you? What are his light messages to you? He's like 5D self. 5D, where are we? I am on a journey of healing past pain and freeing myself from negative self-beliefs. He does not have the confidence to step up and be the king of earth right now. He's still healing on his path right now, and he's letting you know this. So I am transparent and true. I hold strong integrity, and I know you can trust me. So he's moving into this energy. He wants to be transparent with you. He does hold strong integrity. He's very traditional in some ways, maybe conservative in some ways as well. He actually does hold those values. And he's saying to you, you know I am transparent and a true person. I do hold integrity. I've made mistakes, but you can trust me. And he says, you're all I want, and I am determined to make it work. So he wants to get back to that 8 of Earth where, yeah, he wants to start working on this with you even stronger now, it feels. And he says, I go to sleep with a smile, knowing you are with me in my dreams. We just said this before, that he's dreaming of you. And this is so damn true. He's dreaming of you. He loves you. You're his goddess. He wants to come back and make this work. He's got a low self-esteem, but he's working on himself. And, you know, he's connecting with you in dreams. He wants you to know that he's changing his perception. He's working on himself now. He's healing past pain and negative self-beliefs. He's never felt good enough for you. He's always felt like a failure in his life anyway. I just think this is beautiful. Like, he has got a really beautiful heart, this person. And I do feel like he really is kicking himself for the past mistakes he's made. But I do feel like he wants to reach out, and this is something that might take some time, but he's watching you on social media. He's really kind of hiding in the shadows, just seeing how gorgeous you are and how beautiful and strong you've become, and he's kind of wishing that he, you know, didn't make the choices that he did. So guys, I hope this has helped you, and I hope it gives you lots of, you know, clarity, I guess, rather than comfort. But it's good to be able to see where they're at on their journey, and they are growing. You know, the divine masculines are growing on their path. And he's taking some time. He is asking you to be patient, okay? So let me know how you feel about this in the comments, if it resonates, or choose another reading if you wish to, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Hi guys, if you chose reading number 2, we're going to have a look at what's going on with your divine masculine. What does he want to say to you? What does he want to say? What does this divine masculine want to say to this divine feminine? What energy am I getting with this one? What energy am I getting with this divine masculine? I'm just trying to tune in right now. Just done reading number 1, so I've taken a bit of a breather. That was intense, but lovely, but intense. Okay, so let's have a look. What's going to happen with your connection, and what do they want to say to you in this reading? What do they want to say? What do they want to say that they were never able to really come forward with and tell you? What do they want to say that they never came forward with and told you? Whoop. Okay, that'll do. Whoa. I am doing reversals just so you guys know. Okay, what have I got here? I might choose... No, I'm being told that's enough. I'm going to have a look at the bottom cards now. I just want to... You'll notice I touch the cards a lot because I'm tuning in that way, guys. Okay. All right, let's see. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Page. Is it? No, sorry, the Temperance. We've got the Temperance, which is usually the Twin Flame card. We've got Death reversed, and we've got the Queen of Wands reversed. Seems like they're all reversed, but they're actually not. There's some that are upright. Okay. But there's a lot of stuff to deal with in this particular journey here. Just going to get an idea and a feel for this, guys. Got the Wheel reversed. Okay. Feels like your whole happy ever after just went the other way, turned right upside down. You thought you had a whole life with this person. You thought you were going to marry this person. You might have even had the 10 of Cups with this person, you know, that emotional bliss and emotional spiritual marriage with this person. Could even have children together, but there is this feeling that it just turned upside down. All the dreams and happiness and everything you'd ever wanted and wished for went the opposite way to what you were hoping for. Because we got the Wheel and the 10 of Cups reversed. Kind of shows that your good luck was turned upside down, you know. And this person might have kind of just abandoned this, you know. It feels to me that they might have withdrew their cup from you. They might have offered something and then just took it all away. And that's freaking painful. Like, I feel like as I'm tuning into your energy, I'm feeling just shock. Like, what the hell just happened? This person promised so much and we were going to be happy and do this together, and then this happened. They had a change of heart or just withdrew that cup again. We're very selfish in some ways. It was all a pipe dream, I'm hearing. It was all in my head. It was all a fantasy. This person made it out to be so much more than what it was. It was supposed to be all, rainbows and happiness and fun and joy and bliss. And see, the King of Pentacles reversed is the King of Responsibility. And this Divine Masculine wasn't responsible, did not act like a king, acted more like this Knight here. The Knight of Cups, see? Someone who's come in and is offering all these things and is sweet-talking you, loving you, so romantic, drawing you in. And it was just so beautiful at the time. And they've had to question where they stand on the scale of morals and values, because they did the wrong thing. They really did the wrong thing. They're not mature enough. They were obviously still learning a lot on their spiritual path. This is the Taurus energy. This could be an earth sign you're dealing with, could be a Pisces, Sagittarius, Scorpio. Definitely could be a Sag. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now, these are just different ones coming up. Doesn't really necessarily mean it has to be yours. But this is the King of Abundance. This is the King of Responsibility. Someone who's comfortable in their position. Someone who knows exactly where they're at in their life and knows what they want and walks their talk. Someone who has integrity. Someone who knows how to keep you safe and secure and protects you. This Divine Masculine did not do this. This Divine Masculine promised this, but didn't deliver this. And he may be young at heart, or he could be in his 20s or 30s. Just something coming up, doesn't have to be. But he might just be emotionally immature, because the Knight of Cups is someone who comes in and they do offer their love to you. But it's also very dreamy, and there's not much really, like sometimes there's not much substance to it if they're still a knight and they're not moving into that King of Cups energy where they're a king of love and they have emotionally matured. And this Divine Masculine definitely genuinely wanted this. That's what I don't feel like he was just coming in and lying to you. It felt that way to you. It felt like this person was just bullshitting their whole way through this. But there was definitely a very strong, true connection here. It's very strong, very beautiful, very romantic, very sensitive person. But once again, where was he? Where was he? I wonder if this Divine Masculine would offer to meet you somewhere or offer to come and pick you up and would be late. Very irresponsible in some ways, unreliable perhaps in some ways, not very grounded, not a grounded, reliable energy here. And he did want this with you though. This is what I see, is that he did want this with you. And I feel like he's saying, well, let's see what he's saying. He wants to temper the energies. He's trying to come into this balance right now. But he's not letting go of the past. He's not letting go of this connection and why this happened. I want to get more info on that. Queen of Wands reversed. So we've got a Queen and a King reversed. This is the feminine energy. Did you become angry with him? Did you become very angry that you lashed out? Because I feel like he has backed off, like a little, like someone with their tail between their legs. Like it's kind of like he's just backed off out of fear. He doesn't want to confront this wrath. So it's kind of like he doesn't know how to transform this energy and make it better, because you've still got him sitting in this energy, if that makes sense. So you kind of still see him as this person, because that's what happened is when he did this, you kind of like think in your mind, well, you did this, you're to blame, you know, and he may well be. You're the one who's done this and you stuffed this up when you did this. So it's kind of like you're stuck on that exact event. And so that's why he's unable to really, he's trying to temper the energies. He's trying to, I feel like he wants to come to you. He wants to unite this energy with you. He does want to do that. But at the same time, he's unsure of how to transform this energy with you. He's unsure on how to transform your anger into a receptive kind of energy here, because you're unhappy. You're unhappy with him still. There's some kind of feeling like you're just not going to let this go until he really comes forward like a man, you know, step up and be a man and apologize and make it right. And he has to do a lot to make that right. And I feel there's an immaturity here, like he might be someone who's just really into his own stuff, like maybe his mates or his cars, or, you know, it's something like he kind of just really is still a child, like still very young at heart. I just had to transfer the videos over to my computer. But basically what I was saying is that this person might be young at heart. They might be someone who really puts a lot of their time and energy into, you know, might be hands-on, might be doing something like mechanics or tinkering around in the shed or working on cars or something along those lines. Just looks like this person might just be really interested in still just kind of having their hands in different baskets here, wanting to go off and just kind of do everything they want to, and they're just not ready to really settle. That's the kind of feeling, is that they wanted to be able to settle with you. They wanted to have this life with you, but there's still this really immature energy here. And there's nothing wrong, obviously, with having hobbies and being able to do those things, and maybe being into cars, or I don't know why I keep bringing that up, but, you know, it's just like, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, there's no room for a relationship if they're doing that. Like, they've got to put you as a priority. And I think that's what this person wants to say, is that, you know, I'm hearing the words, I was young and dumb. That might be relevant to some of you. He's saying, I was young and dumb. You know, no idea what I wanted, no idea how to cement it in, you know, what I wanted, because on this path, he doesn't know. He's still questioning his own spiritual journey. He doesn't know where he fits in. He doesn't know, maybe even literally with his religion and belief systems. This is his belief systems, what he's grown up with. Maybe he doesn't know how to be a committed partner. Maybe he didn't have a father growing up. You know, this can be the father, the King of Pentacles. Shows me that maybe he just didn't have that in his life. Didn't have that security in his childhood. Doesn't know how to have a family or raise children or be that dependable, reliable divine masculine that you're seeking and that you need in your life, that you want in your life. So you're quite a very strong, spirited person, like a spirited, strong, divine, spirited feminine here. You know what you want. You go for what you want. You might be more the extrovert. But it's just, that's what it seems here, is that this person was saying all the right things to you, but just didn't have the tools or ability or skills to be able to put it into action, to cement it in. I want to see what he's saying on his shadow self here. These are my Divine Yin Yang Oracle for Lovers deck. We've got the messages of light and shadow, messages of shadow and light. We're going to look at the shadow self. Let's see what he wants to say around this, because he's sorry. I do feel that he's sorry that he wasn't able to give you what you needed. And for some of you, this is going to resonate. Some of you it won't. But I do feel that this divine masculine got you pregnant. You might have had a child with this person, and that he just wasn't stepping up and being the father that he needed to be. You might have had a separation. You might have lived as a family together. There might have been hopes to have a marriage here. There might have been talks of engagement. Some of you might have even been engaged, and then it just, you know, just wasn't able to go ahead with that. Let's have a look at his shadow self. What is he saying? I need you all to myself. Okay. Is this divine masculine possessive? There might be a possessiveness going on here with him. It might be an unhealthy possessiveness. He might be obsessing about you right now. And once you alter himself, maybe you've moved on. Maybe you're in another connection right now and he's not happy about that. He doesn't like that because it just reflects to him how much of a, failure that he feels he is. So if someone else is in your life and they're giving you what you need, he's not going to like that. No. And I feel like he might have been quite possessive of you and your time, even though he was off doing his own stuff. Maybe he didn't like that you were. Might have been double standards going on here. I'm afraid to commit to you. Oh my gosh. So this is it right here. We saw this before. He's afraid of commitment. He doesn't know how to commit. He doesn't know really what he wants. I mean, yes, he does. He wants on one hand to commit and have a family life and be in your life and have you all to himself. But on the other hand, he wants a free life to do what he wants to. He might be seen as a little bit of a playboy, not saying that he's necessarily doing that, but that's the kind of energy that he's showing. Like that's what he's kind of showing, is that he just wants to be free and live his life and do what he wants, And so with that, it's kind of like he's confused. He doesn't know where he stands once again with his values and beliefs. He's kind of like wanting his cake and eating it too. That's how it is with this one. And that's why you've gotten angry and lashed out, because you're a strong divine feminine. You know what you want. You know what you deserve. You deserve someone who's going to step up to you, step up for you, I should say, and be able to deliver what they say they're going to deliver. What else is he saying here? Yeah, okay. Facing my wrongdoings is too much for me right now. He can't deal with it. He's not emotionally capable at this stage to deal with his wrongdoings. He knows he's fucked up, right? I'm sorry to swear, but I do in these readings sometimes. He knows he's stuffed up really, really bad in this. And he doesn't know how to make it right. It's kind of like a spanner in the works, that's what he feels is that he's really stuffed it up. And he has, in a lot of ways he has. What's the other side? I feel so detached from life, reality, and you. So what he's saying there is that he doesn't feel that you're connecting with him, and it makes him so sad that you've completely, maybe even completely shut him out. You've gone on and moved on with your life, perhaps. For some of you, this will resonate. You will have moved on. And he's not over this connection. He's not over you. He's not over you, but he's not, in some aspect of him, like his energy I'm reading, he's not ready to commit. He doesn't feel ready to give you, and he doesn't know. He doesn't know how to. He's still learning on his journey, still growing. I can see that some of them are a young father. They're trying to be a father. They're trying to do the right thing. And or trying to step up and be that provider for you, and they just don't know how to. He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know. And that's just pissing you off, because you know that you're quite a strong person. And see, the Emperor, he wants to be the Emperor. This is the Aries. He wants to come in strong and have his shit together. That's what he wants. Ace of Cups isn't self-love. The self-love's not there. He's not loving himself. There's once again, this cup's upside down. The cup's upside down. Could be drinking issues with this one too. He might self-sabotage. It's like he's onto a really good thing and then something happens and he's stuffing it up. It's like he's self-sabotaging, or he's sabotaging the connection. It's like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell are you doing this for? And he's aware of this. He's aware that he self-sabotages something that's so great and could be beautiful for you, both of you, and for him. And so you were on this path together, moving towards this. Some of you were even going to move in together and move perhaps even overseas or travel, or, there's this whole life together. And he stuffed it up. And I feel like his family and your family may really wish and had wished that you had have been able to work it out and be together. But he's like a little boy. He just hasn't grown up. And he's got this like cheeky smile. He kind of like is used to getting away with things. He kind of like smiles and talks his way out of stuff. But the Ace of Cups shows a lack of self-love. He doesn't know how to love himself, let alone love the connection. And not all of you are going to resonate, but I think that in some of you will know that he was a player. He might have cheated on you, could have broken up the whole family or this union. And he just really wishes that he could be this emperor and have his shit together and be reliable, be responsible, be the king that you need him to be. Yeah, we got the Queen of Pentacles reversed now. This could be another person. We got two queens, but it doesn't have to be. But it could definitely mean that, once again, the King and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We've got a power couple here, but they're not a power couple. They're both not abundant in this. It's about values. She's a queen of values. She's a queen of luxury and beauty. She's very empowered on her journey and in her career life, etc. And it feels to me that he might have felt that you were just way out of too out of his league, like way out of his league even. In terms of what you wanted to build for yourself or together, even a home and a family, and how far you've come on your journey. He kind of looks at you and still feels like this person, this young energy that hasn't grown, and you've grown, like you've kind of outgrown him in some ways here. So I feel like he's saying to you is that I don't know how to offer you. I wanted to offer you all of this stuff. I really do in my heart and soul, even now, still want to offer you this. I want to be able to bring this together and have peace and harmony and balance in our lives. And I keep hearing that some of you have children, because I feel like he's saying for our children, for our future children, for our children now. There's this, oh my God, I want to cry, because there's this sadness within him. He's a very sensitive person. He might not come across that way. He comes across as quite cocky and arrogant sometimes, and just everything's a joke, but I feel that he's really sad because he wanted to have this family life. He wanted to have this family unit, and he might not be very good with money. He might just be reckless with relationships and with money, and just doesn't have his life sorted out together. Some of them are living in a unit, like a bachelor, on their own, or share housing, but they're kind of like not really building their life into anything that's really stable. It's kind of like living for the now. He's got to really look at himself and his life and his values and what he actually wants, because he's not over you, but yet he doesn't know how to move forward. And he's seeing you outgrowing him. He's seeing you moving on. And if this was a third-party situation where he did cheat on you, he's so damn sorry about this. He regrets it so much. He regrets it. And I hear him saying, it pained me as much as it pained you. And I know that sounds hard to hear, because you're the one who ended up with the bloody heartache and the pain, and through having to disconnect from this, or him disconnecting from you. But it actually did pain him, and it pained him after maybe 3 months after this happened. It really hit him. So you're being required to stand your ground, or this is what you're doing, I should say. Not that you're required to, but it looks like you're still standing your ground. And he doesn't like this, because he's feeling it and seeing how strong you've become in this, that you're not backing down. You've come at a point, like a position where you're like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know you. I don't want to see you until you prove to me that you have changed. So you're standing your ground. You've got your swords ready to fight, to kind of go into battle if this person comes back. You're very on the defensive, about this person, because they've really hurt you. It's almost like you felt like this person basically stabbed you in the heart. That's how much this pain felt like, because your whole world was taken from you, from this person, in a matter of moments for some of you. It just was a very quick, almost like a shock. Miracle healing, though, coming in, guys. This is the transformation. So there's a lot of pain that's being released. He's letting you know that he's healing himself. So somehow, even though he's in the early stages of it, he is trying to find ways to heal himself. Yes, this says yes, your wish is coming true, or yes, what you feel is strong. He still has a burning passion for you. He still really loves you. He often, because you had a very sexual chemistry, he likes sexual relationship. I see that there was a lot of fire and sparks and passion here. His heart and soul is burning for you. He loves you. He wants you. He doesn't know how to make it better. He might have even tried to come back a few times and you said no. All right, let's see from the light side. That's too many. Hang on, guys. Let's see from the light side what he wants to say. His light side, his 5D self. What does he actually want to say to you? Oh. Wowza, that fell on the ground. Hang on. Which they often do. And now that fell down this way. Oh, yeah. He's telling you he's so sorry. He was so impulsive. He didn't think properly. What's this? Oh, we got a few swords here, guys. This is interesting. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, we wanted to see from his 5D self, but that's okay because he's coming from a place of love and he's accepting what's happened. He's able to see clearly. And once again, in the same position, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So he knows, we got the World, which is the completion. He knows that this is kind of like a chapter over right now. He understands you've had to move on. He understands that, you know, the Page of Wands, you've had inspirations and new dreams to go after. But at the same time, the Knight of Swords reversed. He might even own a motorbike. But he's showing you that he didn't come in soon enough. He didn't tell you the truth. He lied to you. Oh, he lied to you. And this is why he's sitting up at night and crying. He's actually cried over this connection. He's felt so much remorse over this connection. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know whether to... He didn't know what to do. He didn't know whether to come forward with the truth. Because he didn't want to hurt you. And I know that sounds damn weird, but in his way of thinking, his mode of thinking here, is that he didn't want to hurt you with the truth. So he didn't tell you the truth. He was running away from the truth and hiding. He was a coward, and he says that he was. He knows he was. And that you deserved better than that. And that he made the wrong choice. See, we've got a choice here as well. He made the wrong choice. He was confused. He couldn't see properly. He was scared. He didn't know how to commit. He wanted to commit, but he didn't want to commit. He was terrified of it. He realizes you've had to move on now. He's trying to move on. He's finding it really tough. He's thinking of you a lot at night. What else is he saying here? What's going on? Oh, no, it didn't feel right. Sorry, guys. I've got to do it. It's got to feel right. No. What does he want to say to you? What does your Divine Masculine want to say to you? I just feel like I want to cry, guys. It's just, man, it's sad. This energy is heavy on his soul. He's really, really sad. He's heartbroken over this. Look, we've been meeting in dreams. He's dreaming of you at night. He wakes up in the middle of the night thinking of you and dreaming of you and just feeling this guilt and knowing that he's missed out on you and this life that he could have had with you. Look at this. I'm sorry. And I feel like that he has actually said this to you, but you didn't believe him because he hasn't come through with any action. But I do believe that he is genuinely sorry. He has remorse. He's asking you to open your heart to him because you slammed it shut, like you really shut it. And he's saying, because in your heart you don't forgive me, you're holding resentments and hate. And it may not necessarily be real hate, but it's the feeling that comes up, and it's as a result of that unexpressed or unresolved pain that's in your heart space. And he knows how much pain he's caused you. He can feel it. Twin flames feel each other's pain. That's why I'm saying before, when you were pained, so was he. He didn't expect that, by the way. He was careless and reckless with his actions, but he did not see it coming, how much it would kill him and just pain him so bad. You are always in my thoughts. He is constantly thinking of you. We see the swords here, which is the mind and the air. He's so angry with himself that he never told you the truth. He's very impulsive, didn't make the right decisions. He wants you to trust. He wants you to trust in him. Okay, let's see the lighter sides, because we are looking at the 5D, okay? So what does he want to say from his lighter side to you? What does he want to say? Whoa. He's got a fair bit to say. Can we get one more? Oh my God. I love how they just do that, man. It's so amazing. Okay, so I can see clearly now. Look, she's got a mask, and that's what he was like when he couldn't make the right decisions. He had a mask. He couldn't see clearly. He was confused. He's saying, I can see clearly now. He can see exactly where he went wrong. He can see now exactly what he needs to heal. He is starting on his path. It says, I want to reach out to you and talk. He is thinking right now about coming forward to you, but he's a bit scared. I mean, he's shit scared. He's actually really scared to come forward because, you know, this is the thing. Like, he doesn't know if he's going to be facing this wrath. So he says, when we lock eyes, we see each other's soul. It is beautifully intense. He's remembering this, and he's also looking at your photos. He's looking at photos of you on social media. He's looking at photos on his phone. He's reminiscing in his mind when you would lock eyes together. There's a special song here between the two of you, and I can't get it, but I can kind of hear it, but it's not coming clearly. But there's a song that he's listening to, that he's listening to it. A magical experience through tantric sex. That's what I want with you. Wow. So remember I said he's very sensitive, like he actually feels things. He feels things very strongly. He really does. He's very emotional. And as I said, it might come across a different way. It might come across as him being closed off or arrogant or kind of scoffing at, you know, love and emotions and commitment and whatever. But he's actually quite emotionally sensitive. And with this, I feel like he wants to experience this with you because you've had it before, and you'll know what I'm talking about, when you felt like your souls were merging together with that chemistry and love. And he knows what that felt like. He felt it. And he wants to do that with you. He wants to be in that experience with you again. He says, I've got this. I've got this. Don't you worry. I'm going to step up and take action now. I'm going to work on myself. I've got this. I'm confident in my ability to win you back. That's what I hear. And I don't feel like it's a cocky, arrogant way of saying, oh yeah, I'll get it back kind of thing. This is the 5D message. So he's coming through with that message for you. I just want to see some messages here before we stop. How does he view you? How does he really view you in this beautiful light? What beautiful, how does he view you right now, okay? How does he view you in this light? Your divine radiant self, how is he viewing you? He sees that you're awakened. He can see how far you've grown on your journey, and he's envious of that as well. He wants to be on your level with you. He can see that you're very intuitive. You're a very psychic person. You might be a natural healer. He's drawn to this healing energy within you. He can see that you're very strong, an empowered woman or feminine. So focused, you can see that you're very focused and driven once again in your life, that you know what you want and you go for it, and he's very attracted to that. He sees that you're emotionally available. Now, you might not be now, but this is what he's hoping, and this is what he's waiting for. You know, this is what he's waiting for, is for you to be emotionally available to him. Because when you're emotionally available, it's like that nurturing energy coming through that he misses as well. Wow. Oh, wow. Regret, but hope remains. Is that amazing or what? That's the Five of Cups. When I created these cards, which is the Divine Love Oracle, I thought of the Five of Cups in the tarot, which is all about regret and sadness. But the yellow flower is about hope remaining. So angels protect this connection. He kind of like knows deep down within his soul and heart that this is not fully over, that the angels do protect this connection. He's asking for forgiveness. He's asking for your forgiveness. He wants a peace treaty with you. And he's coming from a sincere place. So when he comes to you, because I do feel like this divine masculine is going to make contact, he's going to want to come forward. He's got a lot of remorse and regret, and he knows that he's not yet there. But there's sincerity in his action of wanting to come forward and ask for forgiveness or apologize to you. There's a deep sadness within him that he chose the wrong thing. You know, I keep seeing that he made the wrong choice. And so he's beating himself up about it. He really is. We've got the Virgo energy. So it could be a Virgo you're dealing with, or it's just the energy coming through where he wants to be faithful to you. Virgos are of service. And also they are analytical and they plan. So I feel like for him, he wants to come forward to you with a plan. He wants to come forward and be of service to you. He's almost like dropped a bit of that cocky attitude that he had, and he's kind of like looking at things like, oh shit, I have to really get myself and my act together, you know, for this connection. That's basically what I'm seeing there. Just want a few more of these and then we're done with this one. Oh, wowza. Look at this. He's starting to trust in his instincts, okay? He's starting to not just act impulsively like he has been, but he's starting to trust in what he's meant to do, and to move away from vanity and ego, because I think he likes the attention of the other, you know, people around him. It could be other feminines or whatever, but there's just this vanity and this ego that he's had to really move away from, because he's now got to really start looking at himself and within and what's important around him and his family and what he really does want with you. And there's a miracle coming in with this, which is just beautiful. So there's divine healing coming into this connection. I hope that's helped you guys. Hi guys, if you chose reading number 3, we've got the Crystal Vision Tarot here. So let's have a look at what's going on with the Crystal Vision Tarot for your Divine Masculine. What is going on in this connection? What does he actually want to say to you that he never got to say to you? What does he want to say that he never got to say to you? All right, let's have a look. What's this Divine Masculine want to say to you that he never got to say to you? Reading group number 3. Let's have a look. What's this Divine Masculine want to say to you that he never got to say to you? Okay. Doing reversals in these just so you know. Gives me a little bit of an idea of what's going on. One more. Too many in that one. There it is. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Cups. Interesting, because we've also got the Queen of Cups here, so there could be a power couple, I'm trying to say, going on here. So it's kind of like the King of Love and the Queen of Love, and they're both upright, which is a good sign right here. I'll just leave this over here. We've also got underneath this the Empress and the Six of Wands. Interesting, guys. Amazing energies. There's so many different energies coming through. Okay, just tuning in first of all. This divine masculine is feeling like a fool. And this is only going to resonate with some of you. It might not be all of you, but I feel like he was really in his ego. And perhaps there's been a third-party situation where he may have been tempted and might have cheated, or might have been tempted to go on another pathway away from you. He might have chosen, and for some of you this will resonate, not all of you, but he might have chosen to go with his baby mama. So his children's mother. He might have chosen to go back to her. That's just a very significant message, a very specific message for some of you. It's not going to resonate with all of you. But what I do see with this divine masculine is that he feels like a fool because he allowed his shadow self to take over. He allowed his fears to take over. He very cocky attitude, this one. He thought he was it. He might be a very attractive divine masculine, as you are a very attractive divine feminine. But it feels like, on one hand, he just, he had the opportunity, he came back to you, and it might have been an on and off thing. It might have been twice that you've been together again, but you've known each other for some time, it seems. And that there has been this absolute heartache because he came back to you, but then he left again. That's what it feels like here. And that he didn't tell you the truth or didn't open up to you like you were asking him to, or that you needed him to do. You had a lot of questions like, I hear why. Why? Why did you do that? Why did you say that? Why did this happen like this? Why did you leave? Why did you choose that person or that pathway over me? Why didn't you hold on? You know, because he's saying here, he gave up. He gave up on the connection. And it feels to me like he allowed his addictions and whatever it was. Someone in his life, a female I'm getting, had their claws in him. You know, like they didn't want to let him go. They kind of had... they're like, you can see like strings attached basically. It's like it could have been an ex of his. It could have been the mother of a child of his, if that's relevant. If not, that doesn't matter. Just shows me that there's an ex or a female who's had a very strong influence on him, might have tempted him to come back to her. Or it could just be a karmic, because I see a third party. And this is just for those relevant for the third party kind of thing. It doesn't have to be for everybody. But what I see, if it's either a female being in his ear, it could be a mother figure. You know, got the mother, the Queen of Cups here. It could be the mother of a child of his, or it could be his own mother, could be a sister. There's a feminine energy who is a mother around him who has influenced him. And he's been hiding the connection or his feelings for you. And this is what he's saying, is that he feels like he's made the wrong choice, or he didn't stand up and wasn't strong enough. He's coming into the King of Cups energy now. Because this is also talking about you. You had your heart bloody broken. You felt like he stuck these swords in your heart. It's kind of like he just spat on you, you know. It's kind of like he came in, he delivered what he had to for you and kind of in and out really quickly. Might have promised things, wanted to jump into a new path with you, and then just took off again. Yeah, you'll notice I touch the cards. It's how I channel as well, guys. But the Six of Cups is someone who's reminiscing into the happier times and someone coming back to you. And this is why I feel like he's come back to you. But he's not offering anything. He didn't offer the truth or why he was coming back. And you needed answers. Are you sticking around this time? Or are you going to take off and, you know, hold these secrets? Are you going to be transparent this time? Because, you know, you see this amazing, like cards here, the Taurus, Libran energy. We've got the Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got the Capricorn. Here we've got the Gemini here. Just interesting energies coming through. But what I see here is that he's really just cared about himself. He's just been pretty selfish in some ways. And it was almost like he was living a double life. And there was times where he would just disappear. And you're thinking, where the hell did you go? Why aren't you answering my texts? Or, you know, this is going to be relevant to some of you guys. But what I see is that he's had to come out of his ego. And I think you've taken him out of it. You've kind of like been the slap in his face. You know, it's kind of like you weren't putting up with this crap. And you're the queen. You're not a page or a knight. You're a queen. You're not going to put up with that crap. And he knows it. He knows it because he's coming in as a knight, reversed. So he's been very reckless, wasn't showing any transparency, didn't hold integrity, wasn't walking his talk. And he was kind of like holding on to you and holding on to something else. It's like he just wasn't making a decision. Maybe you made the decision for him once you realized he wasn't coming forth with truth or commitment. And it's kind of like this immature energy of him just allowing someone else to dictate to him how his life's going to be. And he's feeling like an idiot now. He's feeling like a fool. Because he sees this pain he's caused two people. And that's just coming through very strong here. That there is pain that he's caused two people. And it could be you. If you've got children together, could be you and your child that he's caused this pain to. You know, that could be something there as well. But it does look like he's coming into a king energy. I want to see what his shadow self is saying to you right now, okay? Because he thinks that he can just come in and be overly confident in this as well and just win you back over. Like that's the kind of energy. Let's see the shadow self. What's going on? Because we are looking at the devil card here, which is the shadow side too. He's very strongly in that. Or he was. I just want to see what's going on there. Oh, wowza, hang on. There's too many, guys. Oh, that one. Oh, they come out. All right. Man, he's got a lot to say to you. Far out. Okay, let's have a look. Shadow side. Wow, guys. He's got attitude. It's not my problem that you feel that way. Fuck. Like this guy, this masculine was so cocky. He's really arrogant. Selfish, arrogant, has to be his way or the highway. Didn't really come in with any kind of empathy. It's not my problem that you feel that way. It's not my problem if you feel upset because I've gone for so long or I don't text you or I can do whatever I want. It's not my fault. It's your problem that you feel that way. Wow. What's the other thing? Whew, okay. My spiritual growth is stunted at this time. Yep. Yes, it is. Because he's coming across as, yes, he feels very foolish. He is very sorry that this has happened. I do feel that on a deep level that he's sorry. But I feel like at the same time he's not really grasping the depth of the pain he's caused. And that's because his spiritual self and his spiritual growth is stunted, because he's still really kept in his ego and the material life and how his image and status is in the world. You know, that's what I see here, a very superficial kind of energy. He's wearing very many masks. We've got many shadow self layers coming through. I feel so overburdened and exhausted by our unresolved issues. Now, he may not necessarily want to be facing those issues, and that's why he's feeling burdened, because after the 9 of Wands comes the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is that feeling of being overburdened by all these issues. He's carrying a very heavy shadow self here, many layers of perhaps even addictions. He might be addicted to sex. He might be addicted to drugs or alcohol or something. There's something he's addicted to. He might be just so addicted to having his own way and you know, being the king of being it, you know. It's kind of like loving the attention from everyone else, and still in that energy perhaps. I am scared to face you because you mirror to me all the things I need to heal. You are the Queen of Cups, right? You're like the water reflecting, like when he looks at you, he sees himself. He sees all the things he has to heal. You have this intuition, and you can see and pierce right through it. You can pierce through the veil at all the stuff that he needs to heal. And he's saying, I'm stuck in my grief. So he's feeling this. He knows. This is kind of like being, well, this is something that's lashed back at him. Like, this is karmic. The pain he's caused others has come back to him, even tenfold. Like, he's starting to feel it now. Yeah. He's starting to really recognize and feel that, holy crap, you know, I'm really hurting people. I've been really brutal and callous in some of the ways of my dealings here with people and their feelings. But he's saying, don't leave me. So once again, he calls the shots. You know, it's kind of like, I can do what I want to do, and I'm sorry, and you just have to deal with that, but don't you dare leave me. I still want you here. I want you to be there when I want to come back to you. And he says, I am lost and feel depressed without you. And he does. He feels very down that he's caused you this pain, that he just kind of upped and left. That he didn't offer explanations to you. That I just hear that he just took off, like he just took off and did his own thing. And he might have ghosted you. That's the term, isn't it? When someone's just coming in all nice and, you know, beautiful with you, and it's all heavy and beautiful in the beginning with all this passion and there's interest and just all into you, and then bang, chose another path or just cut it off. Like, it's just like, what the hell, man? What the hell? So we've got, what does he say? Sometimes I become silent because I cannot handle the conflict. So he's withdrawing. And it does appear as very arrogant, because he can be that way. But he's withdrawing because he can't handle conflict. Any sign of conflict, he's out of there. Any sign of commitment, he's out of there. He can't handle the heavy, serious stuff. So he's saying, I become silent when you don't hear from me. It's because I can't handle facing this. I'm not strong enough to confront this right now. I can't deal with this. I've got too much stuff going on within myself I'm not confronting. I am taking everything personally. He's very much on the defensive. So if you were to question him, he'd just be very defensive with you. Maybe put up a wall. Maybe make out it's your problem, like we saw before, where he says it's not my problem you feel that way. He's got a lot of growing up to do. He's got a lot of growing up to do. We saw the spiritual growth, which is stunted right now because he's not choosing to see or face these things right now. Right, so what else does he want to say? Oh. What does he want to say? He doesn't like being alone. Like, he doesn't like... He doesn't stop still. He doesn't stop. He doesn't like being still or stopping because it means then he has to think. He likes to be busy, busy, busy. So he's constantly running away from himself. So you are always in my thoughts. You are always in his thoughts. Yes, your feelings are correct and we are mirroring each other. So if you've been wondering what he's up to and you're suddenly feeling something, or I do want to see what that's about actually. What are they, what's the feelings being correct about? What is he saying there? Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be that he's with somebody right now. If you've been feeling that, it could be. It doesn't have to be. But it's definitely showing that I do still very strongly feel in this card that there's a strong influence in his life. Could be a mother, could be a sister. It's a feminine kind of energy here where there's definitely someone in his life who's kind of keeping him grounded, keeping him... where am I? Because it's kind of hard to keep him grounded, like he's kind of off everywhere. But somebody's definitely got their claws in him. That's what I'm seeing here. And, you know, the Queen of Abundance is the queen of responsibility. She's a queen of love and beauty and attraction, and she's very glamorous. And she's also someone who's very good with their money, very, very, as I said, grounded, very practical. Maybe he needs this right now. But this could also be your energy. That he's, you know your feelings are correct to just keep moving onward and upward and empowering yourself and becoming strong in that as well. You know, you've just got to keep going on your journey. Be patient, he says. Be patient. Let's see for a moment then. What is he looking at? What else are we going to get for this? I just want to see. How is he looking at you in the light? What else does he want to say to you? Because I feel like there's a lot more to this divine masculine than what we're seeing here. I really do feel there is a very, very beautiful side to him. He's not showing it. Kind of hard to see when he's in this shadow self, but let's have a look. What does he want to say to you from his light side here? What does he really want? What did he never really get to tell you? Whoop. Way too many, but I am going to take this one, and just guess what I found on the floor. Oh, I found this on the floor. I feel like I failed. Well, yeah, you know, he's definitely feeling like a failure, even though he comes across as having it all together and whatever. This is what's going on. Okay. Oh, wow. He doesn't want you to move on. He hasn't moved on. Okay, so what we got on the bottom is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. He doesn't want you to be with anybody. He's not, yeah, he doesn't want you to get too strong in yourself and too independent where you're just going to be full on forgetting about him and moving on, which you've probably already done, but not extremely, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching this. But we have the Judgment. He's heard the call. He's putting the call out to you. He wants to come forward very strongly and very fast and communicate. He wants to have this Nine of Cups with you. It's your desires and wishes being fulfilled. It's the wish coming true. He doesn't want you to move on. He wants this marriage. He wants this twin flame, 1111. He wants this marriage with you and this happy, stable life together. She's on the horse and he's not on the horse. He's standing up and he's looking up to her. He wants to look up to you. He does actually look up to you. As much as he comes across with this arrogant, immature energy sometimes, he actually does look up to you. He's possibly even looking at you on social media, seeing what you're up to and really admiring is the word I get, admiring you from afar. He's very conflicted. He has all this love for you. He wants to gallop in and see you really quickly. He feels like, you know, He knows he's done wrong. He knows he's done wrong. And he feels bad about this. He's probably never offered an apology. He doesn't know how to at the moment. Like he's just spiritually stunted right now. But I feel like he is starting to have a breakthrough. There is a breakthrough coming here where he just wants to rush in and tell you everything that, you know, that he feels and that you need to hear from him because it's been held back. And you felt this within him. And even in the very beginning, he might have even opened up and told you how he felt or what he wanted with you. Might have promised things. But the Eight of Swords shows that he's stuck in his own mind right now. He doesn't feel like he can get out of it. And that's that failure, feeling like he failed, where he feels like he just can't move from that. So, where are we? Yeah, he's stuck in his grief. Wow. Yeah, it's a bittersweet feeling for him because on one hand, he's feeling all this love and, you know, wants to come back to you. But on the other hand, he's also feeling like he's a failure and he's just not good enough for you. He's inspired by you, though. He looks up to you. He's inspired. And he appreciates you, everything that you did, and you're a very giving person. He sees that you're very reliable. You're somebody that he wishes he could be. You know, he wishes he could give you what you gave him in this connection. He's in love with you. He may never have told you that, but he actually is in love with you. And I just had this swell in my heart just then. I felt like I was going to cry. Oh, gosh. Because I don't think you ever really were told or shown this from him. He's very good at hiding his feelings. He's very good at playing things down, going in and out. You know, it's kind of like, wow, like he's kind of really realized how much he loves you. Have faith. Summer might be a very special, significant time for you guys to come together, okay? Or it could be, yeah, I feel like this is saying have faith. The light's going to shine on this. I feel like there is going to be communication. Oh, my God. Falling in love. There it is right there, guys. In love, in love. This is just, what am I saying? Confirmation is the word I'm trying to say. Confirmation that he is in love with you. He loves you. Just want to get one more card because we're nearly out of time. My camera's about to die. He has to confront this with you and he knows that he has to. He knows he has to grow the courage to do this. And I feel like he is. Embrace your inner child. Could be to do with children once again. Wanting to be free with you. Wow. Speak your truth. He's going to come forward to you and speak his truth. You're finally going to get your explanation. And he's going to tell you, it feels like, for most of you here, he's going to tell you what he feels. He's going to tell you that he's in love with you, that he's sorry that he went down the path that he did, that he was young and dumb and whatever else, you know, whatever else. So he wants to speak his truth to you. He wants to come forward and do this because he didn't give it to you before. Now we're going to have a look at his light side. We didn't get to see the lighter side of his messages to you. What does he want to say to you? His lighter side, I just dropped one. I'll get that in a moment. What does your divine masculine want to say with this beautiful loving energy coming through? Wow, that flew out. Wow, I love how they do this. All right, let's have a look. He's got a fair few things he wants to say. I know that the actions we take depend on the choices we make, and I will strive to do better. So this has gotten to a point where he's, you know, starting to realize now he's stuffed up and what he's done has really hurt people. And he knows that the actions that he took were based on the choices that he made. He made those choices no matter who's been in his ear. He made those choices. Whoever's been, you know, that strong energy, he's got to learn to grow in himself and stand up for towards, you know, stand up for his own beliefs and his feelings, like his heart. He's got to follow his heart, which is with you. I am on a journey of healing past pain and freeing myself from negative self-beliefs. He hasn't felt that he deserves you. He doesn't feel like he really deserves anybody. You might have even heard him come out and say, you deserve better. Well, maybe not, because in some parts he's very arrogant. But some of you might have heard that, because deep down, he does have a lack of self-esteem here. There is a self-esteem issue here. And sometimes people that do come across, as arrogant or that they don't care, actually have a lot going on inside themselves, where they actually do care, but they just don't have the ability to show it. I'm making a conscious effort not to hurt you. I'm strong in myself and know everything is going to be okay. I know we're connected even when we're apart. I have the strength to face what matters and I am willing to work with you. I am ready to take our relationship to the next level. Wow. Yes, your instincts are correct. I have very deep feelings for you. We did see this before about something about trusting in that your instincts were correct, your feelings. I am transparent and true. I hold strong integrity and I know you can trust me. This is the energy he's coming through with. This is his true self, not this other stuff, the masks and everything else he's been wearing. He holds true integrity. He wants to show this to you. He wants to show you the real him. He doesn't feel like he's actually been able to really open up and show you the real him. Even though I can see that you can see through that, you can pierce through the veil, etc., and see exactly what's going on. He wants to have the ability to show you and be strong in himself, to actually come forward and reveal himself to you without those masks. That's why I feel like he's coming forward with the truth now, finally going to come forward and let you know and give you that explanation as to what he was doing, why he was like the way he was. And offer his truth to you and his feelings to you. And I really hope that's helped, guys, because it does feel to me that he is growing on his journey. He's had to learn some really harsh lessons to be able to get the lesson, if that makes sense. He's had to go through harsh experiences to finally get that lesson. He had to hurt. He had to have pain from this connection and other things that he's done and hurt other people as well. He's had to go through that so that he now knows what you've been through. One more. Take back your power. Where is it? Happy outcome, be patient. Wow. Happy outcome, be patient. Patience, it's coming in, but be strong, okay? Be strong on your journey, on your path here, because he's coming to you. All right, so I hope that's helped you guys, and please comment below if it resonates or if you've got any questions, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.